You're watching Alaska's news source, KTUU Channel 2 Anchorage. And now, Alaska's #1 news team. Maria Downey, Jason Moore, John Carpenter with sports, and Jackie Purcell with the weather. This is the Channel 2 News Hour.
Good evening. 8 months since the mistrial in the murder case against...
Sad news there.
Very sad. Big loss. Well, still ahead, getting your product on the shelf. Rhonda McBride in with more in tonight's Bottom Line.
That's right. A small Fairbanks company has managed to reel in a national distributor with its Arctic Leash, a device designed to make it easier to warm up your car. Well, the entrepreneurial spirit is alive and well in Alaska, so says a small Fairbanks company, which has successfully launched a new product called the Arctic Leash. A few years ago, it was just an idea, but today it's part of the company's growing bottom line. This Anchorage Dodge dealership is the first in town to offer the Arctic Leash as an add-on for new rigs like this one. The leash is a retractable cord for engine block heaters.
They're pretty handy. I like them, actually. I wouldn't mind getting one on my truck.
That's what this dealership is hoping.
I think it's a very good business idea, and that's why we appreciate being involved in it.
Vern Bussing was impressed when he checked the leash out, especially when he learned that this invention was originally designed to help a woman in a wheelchair.
Life itself is nothing but a series of problems and solving the problems. And it's just one more problem. And what you have here is you have somebody that's done an excellent job.
With a challenging climate, problem solving is second nature to Alaskans, and challenge is what the Alaskan Products Company in Fairbanks took on when they bought the patent for the Arctic Leash from a Canadian man for $1 million, refined his invention, and then marketed it.
Nobody wants to be a guinea pig with something that might be perceived as like a white elephant. But we've gone way beyond that.
The display at Sam's Club represents a huge milestone for the Alaskan Products Company. They've worked for several years to get a major wholesaler to carry the Arctic Leash. Part of the problem was the price. The Arctic Leash initially sold for $160. But a deal was cut with a company in China to make the cable, and that cut the price in half, despite rising costs of steel and copper. The unit itself is assembled in Ohio.
Oh, I feel that it opens up a lot of opportunities for anybody from Alaska.
Forster says today's global economy makes it possible to take an idea and run with it, no matter where you live. And for the Alaskan Products Company, there have been some surprising spin-offs. There's now a version of the Arctic Leash that attaches to the house, so you can use it for other things besides warming up your car. There's also the med reel for hospitals, a retractable cable for boom trucks and for scissor lifts, all designed to cut down on extension cord trip and fall hazards. The manufacturers of the Arctic Leash keep getting more mileage out of their invention, discovering new frontiers in the last frontier. Now, the company says its unique waterproof design, complete with an internal breaker, offers endless possibilities for new products. And Jason, it has been tested in Fairbanks for a couple of years, so they haven't had any real problems with it there.
I was going to say, because when it gets really cold, those cords get pretty stiff, but that's interesting.
Right. And so, Rhonda, what's next on the horizon for Alaskan Products?
Well, one of the things that they want to do is offer something called a marine leash that would be made for boats. Now, as it so happened, a yacht company saw a story about the Arctic Leash on the History Channel. They were doing a program about promising new technology in the Arctic, and that company asked them to come up with a marine version, and they did, and so they're now working to get this product on the market.
Oh, and can you install the Arctic Leash yourself?
Well,
I mean, a person like me.
Well, if you get the wall mount version, that's easy to do, but if you're going to get the kind that attaches under your car, they recommend that you get a mechanic to do that in a garage, and that's going to add from $40 to $80 to the cost. But then, you know, the more convenient these things are to use, the more likely people are to plug in. That pays off with cleaner air.
Good
Win-win.
Yeah,
That's
for sure.
right. Well, thanks, Rhonda.
Thanks, Rhonda, so much.
Well, still ahead, recess with a message. Some elementary students tie on a red ribbon for hope.
And a blanket of frost covering Anchorage today. Tracy's in next with the forecast.